What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ark Survival Evolved. So today we're going to be building ourselves a little purge Plesiosaur is the best way to go about it. We have Sammy here. If you guys remember, we did tame Sammy probably 2 weeks ago. I'm not really sure. We have Sammy here, and we're going to be building on Sammy's back. Sammy is ready to go. Sammy is adorable, and Sammy is Sammy. And Sammy's the best. So what we're going to be doing is building on his back in order to create a purge boat that doesn't revolve around actually having a boat, which is going to be cannons, which is going to be a whole bunch of other things on top of that. I am sincerely looking forward to being able to use him during purge, but at the time that you're watching this, it's actually purge time, but I am not available this weekend because it is Father's Day weekend, so everybody go hug your father. And if you don't have your father, go hug your mother for being your father at the same time. So, that being said, we're going to get into it. We're going to be placing some stuff down and just kind of building and talking, seeing what's up with everybody. I haven't posted an Ark video in a little while. Pretty much I'm only posting ourselves some purge footage whenever I do get around to purge. Main reason for that is I'm trying to think of how I can actually block him off safely. So we're not going to do foundations around him. We're going to do like the rider or the driver. There we go. We're actually going to be doing, what was I saying? The reason why you haven't been seeing any Ark videos is because the modded series, the save actually got deleted and wiped. So what we're going to be doing eventually, I believe sometime either the week that you're following this weekend that you guys are viewing right now, and the week after that, we're going to be doing a pretty good live stream on the Ark single player modded series. We're going to be doing a live stream for that, and the main reason we're going to be doing a live stream for that is because I need to get back to where I was. In order to be relatively productive while doing it, I would like to stream it. So you guys are gonna the Ark modded series is on like a kind of a postponing right now, and like I said, that's because of the random wipe that happened, and it kind of stinks that it happened. I don't know why it happened. I think one of the mods might have ruined it or broke it or something. So I do apologize if you guys are really excited about that series. I like that series as well. It allows me to just tame, have fun without having the whole grindiness of like this regular server. Even though this server is 4 times, it's still relatively grindy when it comes to everything. It's nowhere near what 10 times is, obviously. 10 times being 2.5 times faster than 4 times. So I just have to smack a few rocks, go to the swamp biome once or twice, and it's pretty much everything I need for the entire episode. So that being said, we're going to be popping on here every once in a while, building, doing some upgrades, taming, all that kind of fancy stuff. I'm trying to get him right there in that centerpiece. I just saw it a second ago. All right, wait for it. Wait for him to bob right back up. I'm going to have to just click away. Yep. All right. Well, that goes that. This is really difficult. I'm trying my best. Maybe I should hop this way. There we go. That worked a lot better. If you hear any noises in the background, it is Bo. He's kind of being a little mopey, little brat today. He just wants to go outside and play, and I played with him for like 3 hours today. I brought him to Petco. I was trying to find him a doggy life jacket, but Petco didn't have a doggy life jacket, which is rude because I wanted a doggy life jacket because I'm actually going down the Cape this Father's Day with my family. If you don't know what the Cape is, it's a giant little messed up arm on the outside of Massachusetts. Gonna go fishing, mainly for stripers and scup. If any of you fishers out there, that's what we mainly go for. I just got a new rod for my birthday. I have no idea what it is. Again, I'm not a huge fisherman. Like, I don't know all the fancy terms, and I just kind of like fishing because it's a very relaxing thing. You go just lay out in your boat and, you know, relax and just relax pretty much. So, yeah. I'm going to be doing that this weekend as well as going to a car show down the Cape, a really large car show. You probably could just Google it and find out what car show it is, but I'll leave it to you if you really want to figure it out. And if you live in the area, go over there and say hello to me, I guess. I'll be going there on Sunday. My dad possibly will be bringing his Shelby that he owns, but we'll see when we get there. I didn't really want to do... I wanted to do more doors than I wanted to do walls. The reason being... is because we want to be able to shoot out of these doors, but we want to make it even. The cannon's going to be... I kind of want to do a front-mounted and a back-mounted cannon because that just seems easiest when it comes to a Plesiosaur. So that's what we're going to be doing. The side-mounted, I just can't imagine trying to shoot it when it's bobbing like this. But if you have the back-mounted, it's just up and down versus this kind of wavy motion that's up, down, left, and right when you're looking in this direction. So we're going to do a back-mounted and a front-mounted cannon on this bad boy. If we do build two cannons, I could put one here as well as one right here. That would be pretty cool. I don't have the cannons yet. Cannons take a lot of materials to build. So we'll be putting the cannons down in the future, but not right now. So what we're going to do, I would say, if we're going to do two front-mounted cannons would be really cool. So we're going to do that. Reason why is because I do realize that when you're the driver, you're going to be popping up right here. So I want to have a doorway right there for you so you can get out if you absolutely need to. And then this one will be just a tail-mounted cannon that straight up shoots straight out. And then from here, I guess we'll just have two little doorways here and two little doorways here. That way it's just some things to snipe out of. We'll have some protective corners as well. So let's go ahead and grab some doors as well as some walls. We also have a catapult. We have a hatch frame. And we have some ladders to add on here as well. I don't know why I put my food in there. So we're going to be figuring out what we're going to be doing there, because I do want to be able to get on the roof of this thing with a catapult. Most of the time, I would say we're going to be shooting this when it's not moving. So there's not really a huge difficult scenario of getting on and off the ladder. Nothing like when you're on a boat and you're trying to get like up to the top of the boat while it's moving and then it glitches out and you fall through the boat, get eaten by megalodons. That happens way too often. That probably shouldn't happen on the Plesiosaur because you're not going to be... I don't know if you can... I think we've done it before, actually. I think you can build a house and be in the back of this while you're in the water. You just probably will drown pretty quickly if you don't have scuba gear. So probably what we'll do is just kind of ride it above the water. That way you're never underwater. Should be pretty awesome. And throw these back in there. Let's get some protective walls on the corners like I talked about. And I kind of want to make this look cool as well. The only way to really make it look cool is if we have leftover building, like, space. And I've also wanted to experiment a little bit on having a cannon shoot out of a window. I just don't think that's going to work. Actually, we weren't supposed to put these here, were we? No, we were not. But what I could do... just for now. Just block off these walls for now. Because the cannons... I know the cannons are going to go there. Okay, that's some nice server lag right there. Especially server lag on top of a Plesiosaur is the laggiest thing you could possibly get. There we go. Let's grab one wall because that's all we need. As well as some ceilings. Because we should start placing down the ceilings. And before I get ahead of myself, I should put down some hatch frames where I want to have those as well. We're going to have two ways up. That way we can just be nice and even on both sides. Two ways up to the ceiling. And what we're going to do is probably... don't want it to block doors. So enabled it to not block doors. It's going to have to... oh, we can put... it's going to have to block doors. Unless we just center them. Yeah, we'll just center them. Centering them is not a terrible idea. So we'll put one hatch right there. And we'll put... do we need two? I don't think we need two. I think what we got right now is perfect. Not sure if I have enough ceilings, but this will have to do. And then we go and put this catapult right on the roof. And then we should be good. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a few ladders. And get ourselves a few... no, that should be good. That should be good. A few more roofs. We actually need all of these. Get rid of this. No, keep that. Get rid of that. There we go. Hello, Sammy. Oh, Sammy has a level. HP for sure. And grab this bad boy. Just enough ceilings. I did my math correctly. We did also have to delete one of the ceilings, or use an extra ceiling down there to cover up that spot. There was an ant on my ankle. That's annoying. There we go. And go ahead and just throw a ladder in the correct location. That is the incorrect location. We don't have a door, but that shouldn't affect the way we should be able to place this down. There we go. Boom. We're on the roof now. You can see how motion sicknessy this gets up here. Very motion sicknessy. Pop this on and grab our catapult. I kind of almost want to do a raised catapult platform, if that's a thing. And you guys are going to see how I'm going to... I don't have any extra ceilings. We have extra stone, but it's not enough to make a ceiling. So what I do, we have leftover walls. What I'm going to do, it's just a little trick that I use that everybody kind of should know about. Obviously, it's something that everybody does, but doesn't realize that they can do, always. This is just much easier than actually going and smacking some rocks real quick, for me at least, because I do have a lot of stone walls throughout my base. Just going to go ahead and delete a few of these in order to get some stone ceilings going. Just need a bit of thatch, and of course I don't have the thatch on me. I don't even think I have a pickaxe on me. I don't carry the pickaxe and everything mainly because of weight. I took it off during Purge, and I haven't actually played since Purge. That's probably why. If you go back to the most recent episode, I probably have the same amount of, like, ammo in every single weapon, besides the compound bow I ran around killing some stuff earlier. Here's some thatch. Here we go. Ceiling. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the raised platform on the top for the catapult, which is going to be with a few walls. We don't need that many. We actually need a few more. Let's go with 9 should be perfect. Grab this and another ladder. We're going to get up top. This is going to be a front-mounted catapult, but obviously you're going to be able to twist it around and shoot wherever you want, because we need these 2 blocks right here. And then what we do is we place this right here. Make sure it is even. Well, that is not exactly what I wanted to do, because I wanted to have the walls perfect, but I'm not going to delete them because I don't have any extras if we run out. So here we go. We have this, and then what we do is we grab this ceiling, this hatch frame, and then we do this. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do, and that's a misclick that's going to cost me a whole lot. All right. That's a misclick that's going to cost me a whole lot, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a few broken down walls. We can just break down these 2 walls since they're facing the wrong direction and fix them. And we'll use them as our fodder to make another ceiling. It's very difficult to place the walls the correct direction, as you guys can tell. But now that I have one more chance at this, actually. One more chance at this. Boom. Awesome. We got it. I just got to make sure this one places the correct way. Awesome. There we go. All right, craftables. And we get another ceiling going. And now the idea is we have a ceiling. Snag that ceiling. All right, it's already down there. Boom. And then what we do is we put a ladder here up to the top, and we put the catapult right here. That way it's relatively center mounted. It's raised up so it's not going to hit the sides of the actual platform saddle and doesn't hit the Plesiosaur on accident. You're a little bit more protected as well. If you're up there on flat, you can kind of have that little room up there to hide under or around or whatever. Just makes everything a little bit safer. So when you're up here and you're getting attacked, you can easily just cower in fear in here. I could put a door here with a doorway if I have one left over. I'm pretty sure I do. Just to make everything a little bit easier. And then we put a catapult right about here. Perfectly mounted catapult. Easily be able to hit everything all around you. And I think I had a leftover door. I'm not completely certain yet. Should be good. Should be good, though. Leftover door. We do have a leftover door. Awesome. That's going to just add that protection to that top little bubble there. Again, this will indeed have cannons on it. It's just going to take me a bit to get the materials that I need in order to get said cannon. And just going to take me a little while. And grab these, this doorway and door frame. And place that down right here. So now you have a quite, like, just a nice little quaint bubble right here that you can hide inside. And then it's like, oh my god, I'm getting shot at. You go up here, you pop in, you back up, you get on the catapult, and then you start firing away at whatever you need to fire away at. Or just fire away at a building. And then if we eventually, which the plan is, like I said, we're going to try to get 2 front-mounted cannons. So one right here, one right here. Should work out perfectly. And 1 back-mounted cannon right out the back if we have enough materials. Otherwise, I'll just do 2 front-mounted cannons. The coolest thing about the Plesiosaur, we're going to go ride him now. I do have some food. I'm going to go through these extra materials just back in the bed, just so we're not weighing down ourselves at all. Here we go. All those extra materials are thrown back in there. The problem is we currently don't have any access point to get on the Plesiosaur without being outside the Plesiosaur. That's something that I'll probably have to work on. Probably just get rid of one of these centralized foundations, probably this one right here, put a hatch, just like how we have on the Quetzal. It's not really a difficult thing. We just don't have a hatch currently available for us. So let's go ahead and pop out. I'm going to show you what I intend to do with front-mounted cannons. It's very similar to what I did in Crossout when I was working on a build on my vehicle that revolved around ramming. So the idea is that we're going to have a ramming Plesio. We're going to try to find some kind of base that's relatively on the coast. Otherwise, I'll just kind of show you in relatives to if there was a base on the coast. I'll show you kind of how it would work. So I'm going to go down this way a little bit. I don't want to get stuck. Yeah, see, that's too shallow for me. Good thing about Plesios is I would do a Mosasaur. Mosasaurs are obviously stronger. We can't get through here either. We have to go all the way around, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. So if you have someone, one, with a water cage or a base that is semi-submerged in the water, you have 2 front-mounted cannons, as far front-mounted as they possibly get. Or can we show it on this boat, I think? Yeah, we could definitely show it on this boat, if the boat is inland enough. So you have 2 front-mounted cannons, and what you really need to do is just get right up in front and get ramming. Yeah, again, too shallow right there. It might not work. We'll see as time goes on, but you want to just get as close to the base as possible, as humanly possible with the Plesiosaur. And if you have 2 front-mounted cannons, you don't really have to nudge. If you guys didn't know, water dinosaurs can't back up, so side-mounted cannons aren't going to make sense. If we were to like overshoot, say there was a base right there to the right where the catapult was looking at, and I just tapped it a little bit too much, then we'd have to go all the way around, get back out of K-Vision, swim around, do this really wide circle, hit a bunch of turtles, and then get back in position, and oops, I swing by it again, and then the same thing happens. So the good thing about this is having front and back. You can obviously twist left to right. So if I have a back-mounted cannon, I can fling this thing around as much as I want. And on top of that, if I have a front-mounted cannon, I can go left and right. It's just a lot easier to have front and back-mounted cannons on a water dinosaur. The catapult, obviously, being 360 degrees, you can do whatever the heck it wants. So thank you guys for stopping by today's episode. I built a nice little kind of Warquetz, I guess. Warquetz. I'm always used to saying Warquetz because that's what I always make. We made a War Plesiosaur, which is going to definitely come in handy as time goes on. We're going to be using him in probably the next purge. We'll have our Warquetz being flown over our War Plesiosaur. You guys saw Gangrel's Mosasaur actually get killed by a compound bow, which is deadly as heck, and I don't know how that happened. And I guess it was a compound bow to the head too many times, and that's how it caused it. So that kind of stinks. But thank you guys for swinging by today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Again, no purge this weekend. I'm sorry. It's just obviously family takes priority over doing purge. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.